Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday, and right now you're taking a live look at some clear skies in Grants Pass, and this view is coming courtesy of the Tap Rock Northwest Grill. We're already up to 81 degrees this midday, so already starting to feel pretty toasty out there. Lots of 70s and 80s for inland areas, and then we're still in the mid 50s along the coast because of the marine layer. Here's your outdoor dining forecast for today for the Rogue Valley, and we're going with 5 stars right now because it's warm and it's sunny. It's not too oppressively hot, but we're going to start to get into that territory as we head towards dinner time. So that's why I had to knock a couple stars off. So for today, we'll be about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year, which means that we're going to be in the 90s to the east of the Cascades. We'll have triple digits for west side valleys, although we could be in the middle 100s like 104, 105, 106 for places like Soames Bar and Happy Camp. And then along the coast, I think we could make a run for 70 degrees today in Brookings as the marine layer is going to start to sink down to the coast of Del Norte County and Humboldt County, which means that we'll see some more sunshine along the coast in Curry County. Winds will come out of the north and northwest today, gusting upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour, with some of those fastest wind gusts being along the coast. And then for tonight, the sun will go down and the winds will calm down, and skies will continue to be clear for inland areas, but we could have some partly cloudy skies along the coast, once again due to some marine influences. Overnight lows will be mild, probably a little bit warmer compared to what we had for this morning. So mid 50s to the east of the Cascades, 60s for our west side valleys, and mid 50s also along the coast in Curry County. And we'll take it from the coast back to the Rogue Valley, where our forecast for Saturday and Sunday is looking pretty similar to the forecast for today, as we're going to be pretty close to 100 degrees with lots of sunshine. So if you're standing in the direct sunlight, it's going to feel a lot warmer as opposed to what that air temperature would otherwise suggest. And it's going to be very blustery this weekend, which makes us concerned about fire danger. And more on that in a second. But first, you can see just the longevity of this heat wave, as we're going to be about 15 degrees above average for the next 6 to 7 days. So buckle up and buckle in. All right, so the maximum high temperatures could be upwards of 110 degrees for the Klamath River Valley, so that'll likely be the hottest microclimate in the Newswatch 12 viewing area. But we can make a run for 105 in the Rogue and Shasta valleys easily, and that would be from Friday through Tuesday. Now on to some of the fire weather impacts that we'll see from this. And of course, fire fuel energy is about to go up because we're going to get so hot and so dry. So we'll have elevated fire weather impacts from Saturday all the way through Thursday, but we're keeping a very close eye on Tuesday, especially for the west side of Southern Oregon, as we'll have critically dry fire fuels, so we'll have critical fire weather impacts. So please abide by those local fire guidelines and regulations, especially as it pertains to fireworks, because we know that people are going to dabble in that this weekend. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. We'll see plenty of sunshine over the next 7 days, just because the marine layer is not going to be as effective as it has been over the past few days. Then for Siskiyou County, we'll be in the triple digits for, at the very least, the next 6 days, but we'll get pretty close on Thursday as well. For the Klamath Basin, we'll be in the mid-90s for Saturday and Sunday, and then cooling down just a smidge into Monday, but still very warm for this time of the year. And will be so warm up in the mountains that we should have a pretty rapid melting of what's left of the snowpack. So it's going to be very interesting to monitor those snowpack numbers and then the subsequent raises by the reservoir levels. At least that's what you would think would happen. And then for the Rogue Valley, we should flirt with triple digits for the next 6 days and maybe cooling down just a hair by Thursday.
All right, thanks, Josh. I just want to kind of reiterate the importance of your fire fuels graphic on how on Tuesday it's going to be super increased for the potential of fire, especially with it being 4th of July and people lighting off fireworks and everything. So we just kind of want to highlight that.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things that over here, when I'm looking at the data, when I'm looking at all the numbers and the forecast, it just makes my stomach turn in knots a little bit. So please, I'm not trying to be a fireworks hater, but
just do it safely.
Do it safely, or maybe just don't do it at all. But
or just
if you have to do
go to a show. Yeah.
Let the professionals do it.
Yes.
We just don't want to have, like, think of your street name and then think of that fire, like.
Oh, that's a good point.
You don't want a fire to be named after you, right? That's pretty embarrassing. I'm gonna shame you into not starting a fire. That's what's happening here.
That's a good point. That's a good point. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make note of that. All right. Well, thank you, Josh.
Of course.
All right. In today's